Armstrong!
Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy. Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, bring you the thrilling adventures of Jack Armstrong, the all-American boy.
Supper and catfish, Jimmy. What do you think you're doing anyway? You waving at somebody?
Nope.
Well, what are you doing? Stop swinging your arms and tell me.
Okay, Bill. I'm practicing the crawl stroke.
Practicing the crawl stroke? You trying to tell me that you're standing there on your own front porch wearing all your clothes and you're practicing swimming? Who are you trying to kid?
I'm not kidding anybody. My swimming coach says to practice the crawl stroke out of the water. That's what I'm doing.
Your swimming coach? Who's he?
Matt Mann, that's who. It's about the greatest swimming coach of all time.
Hey, I've heard of him. He's coached plenty of champion swimmers. But wait a minute. How come he's coaching you?
I'll answer that one. Matt Mann, famous swimming coach of the University of Michigan, is just one of the champions who hands you advice in the Wheaties Library of Sports. Yes, you can learn to swim the Matt Mann way when you order the fully illustrated book, Want to Be a Swimming Champion. Of course, this big sports library curbs plenty of other events, too. Football, basketball, just about every major sport. And every one of these books is written for you by a man or woman who's tops in his particular sport. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? 14 books that tell you how to sharpen up your game. Real tips from champion athletes and coaches. You'll find the complete dope about the Wheaties Library of Sports on the back of your Wheaties packages. And, of course, if you're going to get the full benefit of the Wheaties Library of Sports, you'll want to start training like a champion right now. One thing you'll want to do is eat right. 3 square meals every single day. And when it comes to breakfast, make sure you get your first meal started right with big helpings of milk, fruit, and Wheaties Breakfast of Champions. And now, Jack Armstrong and the Swindle of G.I. Joe. Lippy and Angles, the 2 unscrupulous racketeers who are swindling returning servicemen, have suddenly done an about-face, but only because their greed and avarice points out a new avenue of profit. Jack Armstrong and Uncle Jim are using the very scheme on them that they employed on the G.I. Joes. Jack has enlisted the aid of hundreds of soldiers, sailors, and Marines to go to the various places Lippy and Angles sold to the unsuspecting servicemen and make it appear that these places are enjoying a great deal of prosperity. The 2 swindlers have taken the bait, and the trap will soon close in around them. They seem excited about something this very minute, for Lippy is trying his best to dial a telephone number.
Well, if the line is busy this time, I'm going to give up. Doggone it, this is the 12th time we tried to contact Mickey Connor.
Well, that store is busy.
You're telling me I'm getting a buzz again.
Now, there's no use losing your temper. Wait a few seconds and then try it again.
I'm an impatient man, Angles. That was always my trouble. Flo used to complain about that, too. She'd say, Lippy, you're an impatient man. Gee, it's lonesome around here without Flo.
I'm beginning to wish you were back here, too. It's getting monotonous just listening to you and your drivel. While you're there at the phone, why don't you call Chip again and find out whether he can get his hands on any more money?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Boy, if we don't get more dough and get it in a hurry, we're going to lose the best business opportunity we ever had. Let me see now. Where's his number? Oh, yeah, here it is.
If we don't get that extra money before Colonel Fairfield calls all the G.I. Joes together, we're sunk. We have to buy back each and every one of those places.
Well, we've already got Al Bond's name on the dotted line. Oh, what a sucker he was to let go of that garage. All that business coming in, and he sells out for $1,000 profit. Hello, Zip. You know what this is? Oh, doggone it, you can always guess. Now, look, Chip, I got another nice favor to ask from you. Are you going to get that dough down here, or do I have to come out and knock your head off? Why should I be polite? Get it down here, else you better scram out of town. Next week will be too late. We got to get all the cash we can this week. Well, you shouldn't have put the dough in your wife's name. Just tell her to write out a blank check. You want to go to the haberdasher to get some new neckties, then fill it in for any amount. No, of course you can't think of clever things like that. That's up to me all the time. That's why I'm boss. Okay, get that check down here. We'll cash it. Okay, so long.
Lippy, you should be on the stage.
Honest? You know, Angles, all the time I wanted to go on the stage, but I only got as far as the box office. Yeah, that's where all the money was kept. even swiped the ticket for the show. Came in and saw it the next day. Well, Jim's going to come down with that check here. When I should try Mickey Connor's number again.
Might as well. Lippy, I think we'd better go ahead and buy as many of these places as we can with the amount of money we have and trust to luck that we'll be able to get some more. I was just thinking, the money we borrowed from the boys will have to be paid back very soon.
Yeah, I know it. We told him we'd give it back in 10 days. Okay, don't glare at me. I was the one that made that mistake. Hello? For goodness sake. This is Mickey Connor's radio store, ain't it? Oh, hiya, Mickey. This is Mr. Waxer. Yeah, I almost said Lippy. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear from you, too, Mickey. Me and my attorney, Mr. Raywall, is coming down here to see you on that proposition we talked over yesterday. Well, we've decided to give you what you want. Oh, now, look here, Mickey, $500 more.
Tell him okay before he raises another $500.
What angles? Oh, all right. Okay, Mickey, old boy, we'll meet your demands. We're all ready to sign over the old mortgage. We'll be down there in, let's see, 20 minutes. How's that? Well, gee whiz, it won't take that much time. The customers can wait for a little while, can't they? Okay, Mickey, we'll make it an hour. Yeah, it'll be in cash, Mickey. Yeah, so long.
We'll buy you twice that money. Don't look so despondent.
I know, but you'd think when I was so nice to him and sold him that place for practically nothing, he'd give me a break.
When you sold it to him, it wasn't worth anything. Or have you forgotten that?
Well, yeah, for a minute, it kind of slipped my memory. He said he'd be down to see us in an hour.
Yeah, I heard you say that. Well, let's get down to the bank and get the money out of the safety deposit box. I have contracts drawn up for about 50 of the G.I. Joes. We'll take most of the cash. Better call one of your hoods and take him with us for protection.
Yeah, I'll see. We can stop in on the third floor and get Monk to accompany us. And we gotta get the key to the safety deposit box out in the wall safe first.
Which means that we have to go through that crazy routine again. Go ahead. Your wife, Flo, gave the first 3 numbers of the combination to you.
Well, can I help it if Flo didn't trust either one of us? Okay, I'll twist the combination for my 3 numbers. But don't go looking.
Oh, stop being childish.
Gee whiz. Every time I swing this picture of Honest Abe away from in front of the safe, I get the willies. Now, let me see. The left like that. You get it, Engels.
Must be Leo or Gus calling.
What'd you say, Engels? Oh, doggone it. Now I forgot where I was. Let's see, to the left.
Hello? Yes, Gus, I was expecting you to call. Been following Colonel Fairfield everywhere, eh? That's good. We have to know what he's doing. So the district attorney's office again? We able to find out why? I told him that when he got back to the hotel, eh? Well, I'm glad to know that, Gus. Stay on his trail. Lippy and I are going to be away most of the afternoon. Call us back here at about 6. We'll be expecting you. So long.
Did Gus have good news, Engels? Is that why you're grinning?
No, I was just amused at something. Gus said that Colonel Fairfield told Jack Armstrong that he would like to have me talk to the G.I. Joes. Called you and me their benefactors.
Oh, yeah? I'll make him eat that word. He can't call me
Oh,
you.
shut up. He was being complimentary. All right, let me get at that safe for my 3 numbers. Don't even trust your own partner. Now, never mind watching me.
As though you trust me. What else did Gus say?
He said that Colonel Fairfield is going to advise the Joes to hold on to their places. There. Now, do you trust me to carry the key?
Oh, sure, I got a gun in my pocket.
You and your guns. Well, come on, let's get the money and buy those places back before Jack Armstrong and Fairfield spoil everything for us. Those places must be coining dough if he's going to advise them to hold on to them.
You're telling me. We can't lose no time in getting them back. Come on, let's get down to the bank.
Jack Armstrong and Billy are at Mickey Connor's radio store. They were there when Lippy called. Let's join our 3 young friends and learn what's new.
And would he be surprised if he knew that Uncle Jim is posing as Gus? Uncle Jim has his voice imitated perfectly.
Talk about good acting. You take the cake, Mickey. You sure put over that telephone conversation. I bet you almost fainted when Lippy said he'd give you what you asked.
Well, didn't you see my jaw drop open? I never expected to sell this lemon at a profit. Lippy wanted to come right over and close the deal.
That's because Uncle Jim, as Gus, told those two men we were calling all you G.I. Joes together in a few days. They want to buy back all these places before that meeting. I wish I could have been at that listening device to hear what they said after Lippy talked to you.
Betty probably recorded it, Jack. She's over there.
I hope she did. Well, Mickey, Billy and I had better make ourselves scarce before they come here to close the deal.
Well, I wish you could hang around and hear everything. I wonder if they'll offer me the manager's job again.
Of course they will. That's part of their scheme. They want to advertise these places as the G.I. Joe chain.
But they'll offer you peanuts. They offered Al Bond $25 a week to run his garage for him. He got 50 out of him.
Well, how long is he going to work for him?
For 1 week.
Well, that's the length of time Lippy's man helped him when he first bought the garage from him. That's the same medicine they gave him. All's fair. I'll only have to work half a week. I was deserted in 3 days.
Incidentally, Mickey, I think your idea of turning your profit over to the vets is a swell one. Uncle Jim thinks so, too.
Well, it's only fair. All I want, well, in fact, all any of the boys want, is the return of our original investment so we can buy a good small business that'll make us a living. Well, look, I'm keeping you. I'll let you know all about the deal.
If they pay you in cash, get it in the bank right away. It'd be just like them to hold you up and take it away from you.
Don't worry. The boys will take me to the bank. I'll call you tonight. I gotta tell the fellas to look like customers again. I'll be seeing you.
All right, Mickey. Come on, Billy.
Don't weaken, Mickey.
I won't.
Billy, don't look now, but when we get in the car, notice that big man leaning against the post.
Against which post?
Don't look, I tell you. Get in the car. Let me slide through. Get in and close the door. Come on, hurry.
Yeah, okay. Hold that, Jack. Now, where is he?
Right ahead of you. I won't look up. The man who looks like a wrestler. See him?
Yeah, I see him. What a mug. Looks like Frankenstein made up to scare himself. Who is he, Jack?
He was standing across from our hotel this morning. He must be one of Lippy's gang. If he tells Lippy or Angles that he saw us in Mickey's store, it might queer everything. I've got an idea.
What are you going to do?
Drive around to the rear of Mickey's radio store. Get the G.I. Joes to take care of him.
How?
Like they took Iwo Jima. At Invasion, Billy.
Hot dog. I want to see this. How are you going to have him do it, Jack?
Wait till I get inside and explain it to them. We'll swing around this corner and drive in the alley and back to the place.
It's a lucky thing you recognized him. Are you sure it's the same guy?
Positive. Billy, look down there at the next corner.
Lippy and Angles.
And walking fast. They'll be at the store in a few minutes. Hold on while I swing into this alley.
I hope they don't see us. Step on it, Jack.
Be ready to jump out the second I stop. If Lippy and Angles beat us, we might as well quit.
Watch out for that bottle, Jack. Oh, boy, you almost ran right over it. We can't get a flat now. I'm all set to jump.
Keep watching out that back window. See if they pass the alley.
Can't see him yet.
Now watch your step. Okay, get that door open. Go ahead. Run for the back door.
I'm right behind you. Hey, I saw him come to the alley just before you stopped. Get that door open, Jack.
Mickey! Hey, Mickey! Come in the back room.
Is that you, Jack?
Yes, the back room. Come in quickly.
Then he means quick. Come on.
What's up? What are you doing back here?
Mickey, there's a man out in front of your store. He's one of Lippy's gangsters. He saw Billy and me leave. Lippy and Angles are less than a block away. If that man tells Lippy he's lost, the whole scheme will blow up on us. Do you think your boys can get that man out?
I got you, Jack! Hey, gang!
Yeah.
See that guy leaning on that post out in front?
Sure.
He's in the front door and out the back in 10 seconds. Come on! Get
Will that crowd of soldiers, sailors, and Marines be able to take their objective in time? I'll bet they do, too. But 10 seconds is a mighty short time. You'll want to know for sure, and so will I. So be sure, all of you, to listen in tomorrow to the next exciting adventure of Jack Armstrong and the swindle of G.I. Joe. There's a surprise. Now, make sure your breakfast gets started with Wheaties these days, because it's on the back of that orange and blue package that you'll find all the information about the 14-book Wheaties Library of Sports. Tomorrow morning, when you're helping yourself to milk, fruit, and Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, take a good look at the list of books you can get. Better send for your Wheaties Library of Sports right away.
Have you tried Wheaties? They're whole wheat with all of the bran.
This is Franklin Ferguson saying goodbye for General Mills, makers of Wheaties, Breakfast of Champions, who invite you to listen tomorrow to another episode of Jack Armstrong, the All-American Boy.
So just buy Wheaties, the best breakfast food in the land.